Good morning, students. Welcome to the class. We are doing the chapter of History, class 10th, and the name of the chapter is The Age of Industrialization. In today's session, we will cover the following topic: the pace of industrial change, hand labor and steam power, and the life of the workers. So, let us start with our chapter. We have to cover the topic the pace of industrial change. The most dynamic industry in Britain were cotton and metals. Growing at a rapid pace, cotton was the leading sector in the first phase of industrialization up to the 1840s. After that, the iron and steel industry led the way. By 1840s, the demand for iron and steel increased rapidly with the expansion of railways. By 1873, Britain started exporting iron and steel worth about $77 million, and it was double the value of its cotton export. Then come the change in traditional industries. The new machinery and industries could not easily displace traditional industries. Textiles was a dynamic sector, but a large portion of it was produced within domestic units. At the end of 19th century, less than 20% of the total workforce was employed in technologically advanced industrial sectors. Many ordinary and small innovations were the basic of growth in many non-mechanized sector like food processing, building, pottery, glasswork, tanning, furniture, etc. The technologically change occurred very slowly at that time. They did not spread largely across the country. As new technology was expensive, industrialists were cautious about using it. James Watt improved the steam engine produced by Newcomen and patented the new engine in 1781. Matthew Boulton manufactured the new model of steam engine, but this product was not easily accepted by the industrialists. At the beginning of 19th century, there were only 321 steam engines all over England. The typical worker in the mid-19th century was not a machine operator, but the traditional craftsperson and laborers. Then come the hand labor and steam power. In Britain, there was no shortage of workers. Poor peasants moved to the cities in search of jobs. Supply of workers were more than the demand, so workers were available at low wages. Moreover, the industrialists did not want to introduce machines that got rid of human labor and also required large capital investment. In many industries, the demand for labor was seasonal. Example, gasworks, bookbinding and printing, ship repairing, etc. needed seasonal labor. The industrialists also preferred hand labor when it required. A range of products could be produced only with hand labor. These require human skill, not mechanical technology. In Victorian Britain, handmade products which were refined had a class. Handmade products were preferred by the aristocrats and the bourgeois. These handmade produce were better finished and carefully designed. Now we can understand the life of the worker. How was the life of the worker at that time? Since there was an abundance of workers in the market, getting a job was not an issue. It was very easy to get a job at that time. The actual possibility of getting a job depended on existing network of friendship and kin relation. How a person is related to a person living in that particular area, what kind of circle he have, all the job depend on that circle. Seasonality of work in many industries was another big problem. There are some points that state the life of worker at that time. It was very pathetic. After the busy season was over, laborers looked for even odd jobs which till the mid-19th century were difficult to find. Though the wages increased somewhat in the early 19th century, but this increase was balanced by an increase in prices of commodities. The income of workers depended also on the number of days of their work. Till the mid-19th century, about 10% of the urban population was extremely poor. Poor workers were forced to live in slum. Now come out the topic, that is technology and employment. Fear of unemployment made worker unfriendly to the introduction of new technology. When the spinning jenny was introduced in the woolen industry, women who survived on hand spinning began attacking new machines. After the 1840s, building activities increased, which opened up opportunities of employment. At that time, roads, railways, that is from 1850s, railway station began coming up all over London. At that time, different tunnels, drainage system, etc. were developing, which needed large-scale employment. The number of laborer employed in the transport industry doubled in the 1840s, which again doubled in next 30 years. That's it with your today's session. Hope you all understand that. In next session, we will cover the following topics: industrialization in the colonies, situation of the weavers. Till then, take care. Goodbye.